How long we're going today?
You did in the group chat, and no one responded.
Yes.
Um,
How long are we going today?
it from the lack of response, it sounds like no one has a hard out.
I don't particularly have a hard out. No.
Yeah, no one has a hard out.
My hard out is when I get hungry, and even then I might just come back with food. So it's just shrug shoulders.
We're playing it by ear.
Yay! All right.
I'll probably use my
Today's-
hands because it's easier to roll dice with those. But yeah,
You've never truly played a TTRPG until you've rolled with your ears. Absolute game changer.
All right. I meant to have this stuff prepared, and then I didn't. So here we are.
all right.
So what's new with you guys? You know what? Actually, this is a good opportunity for me to do this. So, fun fact, completely unrelated to everything. As of this recording, tomorrow is the 5-year anniversary
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
of the show.
I should know that. I use that as a passcode on some things.
So as
We
a
are
result,
recording. Oops. I don't know what things.
He means for like for Wonder Trade and stuff like that. Totally.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, because we have used that for Wonder Trade.
For like link trades and battles. Yeah.
Yeah. And so as a result of that, I'm gonna spring this on you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anaru himself, and with me here are my two fellow co-hosts. Feel free to go in whatever order you want. This isn't a normal episode.
I'm waiting for my cat to introduce himself, but he's not. So I will in his stead. Hi, I'm Daisy, and in my arms I have Toby the cat, the normal co-host. So we'll see how things go today.
And then
That is
I'm here as
correct.
a special guest as well.
We have senior correspondent Mohammed here.
Yeah,
Um,
no, those are the two co-hosts, and I'm the guest.
And fun fact, I have not told these folks what exactly is happening here, which is very exciting because they have no idea what's going on. So, as you all know, maybe, I don't know, this entire week of Not a Scratch has been nothing but uploads. We've done an entire week's worth of uploads, and we are capping it off here with a sort of bonus episode sort of thing, where frankly, we're just going to sit and chat. We're going to talk about the season, talk about everything, and not just the season, but like the show, the history, the ups, the downs, the lefts, the rights, and everything in between, sort of as a thank you and a way to cap off a week's worth of Not a Scratch, designed totally because of that, and that's the reason why we delayed on uploads for the past month and a half, and it's not because Anaru forgot. That obviously that's not the case.
Is this
Certainly
a
would be.
live Q&A?
Happy Not a Scratch Week.
A not live Q&A? I mean,
This is not a. This
It's
is
not a
really
Q&A. We're just
Q&A.
yapping.
oh, it's just
Yeah.
an A and A. Okay.
It's just an A and A. We could ask each other's Qs if we want. We haven't really done anything like this.
What's your favorite Q?
Honorud, we haven't done anything like this. Also, this is literally every recording session and every post game.
Kind of, yeah. But this one's more structured.
You haven't
around
introduced
the
any
show as a-
structure yet, Honorud. Until you introduce some structure, nothing is new.
That's a good point. And so I think this is the best way to do it. And I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Where do we go? Right over here. Cool. So what I think would be fun, because I've done this with Muhammad before. I don't know if I've done this with Daisy, but I think it'd be interesting all the same to do a personality quiz.
Ooh.
So Daisy, I don't know if you have played Explorers of Sky /Time/Darkness before?
I played Explorers of Time a long time ago.
Cool. That's the best part because you kind of have a gist of what's gonna happen. What we're gonna do here is instead of doing it for an individual person, we're gonna do this for all three of us combined. So all of us are gonna kind of combine to make one idea, and we're gonna see
Ooh.
what Not a Scratch, the current version of the show's starter Pokemon, would be.
Okay.
Is this going to work? I have no idea.
This is different than the
mean-
last time we did it, that's for sure.
We'll get some sort of audio out of it.
With this, yeah, basically, yep. Now the quiz that I'm using here has all the questions. I'm not really going to go through all the questions. I'm just going to scroll and then randomly pick a few of them. We can leave questions blank and everything like that. So let's get started here. First question. and I'm also using this for people that are listening at home. I'm also using this as an excuse to work on things in the background because I'm not actually ready for the episode today. Totally. I mean, nothing. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is just a classic not a scratch recording.
Correct. Let's begin with the first question here.
If any of you are subscribed to the Patreon and listen to like the uncut versions of episode recordings, this is nothing new for you.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm drawing Pokemon.
All right. Let us begin. First question: when you see a switch, do you feel an overwhelming urge to flip it? Yes or no?
Is it OLED, Switch 2, Classic?
Switch is lowercase, so this is not the
There's no
game
trademark
tone.
afterwards.
Correct.
Okay.
A very, very vital piece of information there.
Mm. Okay, so when you say not a scratch as a whole, us as like 3 individuals coming to a consensus, as in like the 3 of us, or just like the energy we bring to recordings, because that very much impacts how strongly I answer this.
What I was initially thinking was 3 of us put it to a vote, majority rules sort of thing. However,
Yeah, but
it would also be very
are
funny.
we answering like how we each individually feel, or are we answering what we believe the not a scratch answer is?
So there's 3 of us in a room. There's a switch in there. You 2 are going to be talking about whether or not we should flip it, and then I have already done so.
Yep, exactly. Here's the thing. That's whether or not I gave that specific answer was dependent on how Anirudh structured this.
All right, so it sounds like we do flip it the switch then.
Well, yeah, because neither of us are going to stop Daisy from flipping it.
We flip
That's
it a
also
switch.
very true. Yes, we will actively just wait until Daisy flips it, I think. Right.
What does the switch do?
Good question. Speaking of questions, the next one. Have you ever accidentally called a teacher mom or dad? What does this show say?
No comment.
Unfortunately, that's not I mean, we could skip the question, but that's not a
So-
valid response here.
So, I don't know. As a show, what would
Well, no, I think what Otter is looking for here is us 3 answer, and whatever the majority says goes.
That's too easy though. We have to put our show into a world where it would have gone to school, and if it went to school, who would its teacher have been?
Well, it's not about who its teachers would have been. It's just because you have a whole bunch of different teachers throughout your lifetime, right? The question is, at any point throughout the entire schooling experience, would Not a Scratch have ever accidentally referred to a teacher as a parent?
Probably.
Yeah.
That feels right to me. Yes, indeed. Right. Next question here. This one now has 3 responses. You've just stuffed yourself with a good meal when a great dessert arrives. What do you do? Option A, eat it. Who cares if I'm stuffed? Option B, turn it down. It's too fattening. Option 3, I said A, B, 3, I think.
A, B,
Yum.
3,
I love
yeah.
dessert. I love dessert the most. So, there is eat it. Who cares? Turn it down, or dive into it instantly.
Anirudh, you know you can't say the word dive without that being the Not a Scratch answer, right?
That does kind of influence our answer here, doesn't it?
Like I have to point it out.
So the dessert is an episode, and we have to dive in.
Instantaneously.
I think that's
Except
it.
Anirudh's not ready, so we can't.
Yeah, we have to dive into it, except we can't. So that sounds like,
Well, no,
we do.
No, we do dive.
We do
We,
dive.
we record the episode.
We record it anyway. You take off your shoes to realize your socks are 2 different colors. What do? You get embarrassed? Again? Or I meant to do that.
We go about the day.
No,
Yes.
like we take off our shoes. Like we've already gone about the day. We have returned home, and only just now realized, oops, mismatched socks.
That wasn't just realizing. That was there all along.
So we actively went about the brown sock, white sock combination that we decided towards here.
I think it would probably be green sock, pink sock.
Yeah.
Green sock, pink sock would
Yeah, I agree. Speaking of which, update when? Logo update when?
Part of me wants to keep the orange just because that's how the show originally is.
Well, yeah, no, we're not saying remove the orange.
Are we doing like a tricolor thing?
Listen, that's up to your artistic interpretation.
I don't green, orange, and pink as a trio of colors. I don't know how I feel about that.
I
If
could
it's
make an
good or bad.
update if you want.
Daisy, if you would like to do that so that I don't have to worry about it, that'd be great.
I'll do that.
Look at Honorud pawning off his work to us as always.
Okay, time to pause drawing Pokemon and move to drawing logos.
While Daisy does that, what's our next question, Honorud?
The phone's ringing. Ring, ring, ring. This feels very apt for our show. What do? Do you answer it right away, wait a bit before answering, or ignore it and let it ring?
Sit and stare at it and wonder when the door will open.
Okay, let's think. There's only a handful of people that'll actually call me. And technically speaking, everybody has to go through Adam in the first place, so...
Wait, yeah. Realize the phone is in our head.
Yeah, I think the Kyle answer is yellow. The Rose answer is... Oh! Honorud, please don't edit out the pause.
I gotta make sure I actively remember that. So it sounds like...
I think the consensus is wait a bit.
Wait a bit, yeah. That's what I was thinking. All right. Next question here. You've been invited to a wonderful party. It's time for the party to start, but there's nobody there. You think, did something happen? Or maybe I have this day wrong? Or let's get the party started.
What was that? What were those first two again? What was the difference there?
Did something happen? So you're concerned something has occurred, and it's somebody else's fault, I guess. Maybe I have the day wrong. It's my fault. Let's get the party started. The party is starting regardless of whose fault it is.
I feel like the three of us have very collective. Oh my god! Wait, did I goof energy?
I feel like that's the case.
Either that, or we got the day wrong, but we start partying until the correct day.
Well, yeah, but I mean, the first thought is, oh, I must have gotten the day wrong.
I like that idea because it implies, like, if it's a birthday party, for example, and you're off by a day, but on the other side, we party for
366 days. Yeah.
Just party for the entire year.
366? 365. 366. It's a leap year.
We've implied it's leap year.
366 days. We've missed it again. We gotta try.
All right. Next one here. You fail miserably. I give you advantage, and you roll 2 nat 1s. Wow, I'm surprised it says it here on the question. Everyone found out, and they're disappointed in you, as we all do when you roll 2 nat 1s on a advantage roll. What do you do? A. Try and hide. B. Think of an excuse. C. Drop down and play dead.
D. Offer them a Pokepop.
Unfortunately, not an answer here,
I
but I feel like that
picked
would
D.
be an element.
Sorry, I was half listening to A and B. I heard C, and I was like, oh.
Hide, think of an excuse, or play dead.
There's no just like continue on casually.
I feel like that would be think of an excuse, right? You just try to explain your way out
like
of
that's like that's the closest to just like, oops.
I meant to do that.
Wait. We rolled 2 nat 1s on an advantage roll. Clearly, it's the dice's fault. That's our excuse.
Clearly, it was preordained and meant to be.
Yeah, that's it. Good excuse. Bang, we have our excuse. No hiding from it. No
Arceus wills it.
Dead process players, anyways. Characters we don't know, but.
Right. Next question here. You find something at a great bargain price. You go to Kangaskhan store, and for some ridiculous reason, Kangaskhan is selling the Sky Melodica.
Storage and Kecleon's were stores.
Oh, you're right.
In this world, Kangaskhan has a store as well.
Kangaskhan, maybe they have a store. They're selling you your own items back. I don't know.
Well, Kangaskhan has a store, bitch.
That is the second time I have to make sure. I gotta remember the pause there as well. You go to Kecleon's, and for some reason Kecleon is like, "Hey, I got a free, a really nice Sky Melodica here, for the low price of just half your bag. Your choice. You can buy it right away, think about whether you need it, or demand an even bigger discount." I know exactly what Kyle's answer is.
Well, Kyle's answer, sure, but Kyle's not playing this game.
I mean, Rose's answer would be, "Who cares? I have money anyway."
Rose's answer is like, I got a whole stipend coming in from BAP every now and then, if they remember to send me the money. Which, you know, that itself is, imagine that. Behind the scenes, I've been rolling every day to figure out if BAP remembers to send you the cash.
I have cash flow.
Also, above game, you presented this question to 3 relatively fiscally irresponsible young adults. So
I don't know what you're talking about. I have lowered my card purchases to a mere couple $1,000s a week. It's improved dramatically.
Hey, and I have gone 3 months without getting Dunkin' every day.
Now it's
Every
only
other
every
day
other
instead.
day. Yeah.
Well, three months without getting Dunkin' at all.
Applause.
Thank you,
Never
thank you
been.
very much.
I know the inner Bostonian is confused.
Not
Very-
confused, more just in awe.
It's painful.
Yeah, I can imagine. Onward, we already bought the thing. Next question.
All right. I was going to say, Kyle's answer is regardless of what the price is, get a discount. Because I remember instances of you trying to, what was it? You were haggling Kangaskhan over selling gold bars or something like that a few
Something
arcs
like
ago.
Something like that.
The magician thief came down, stole it, and left the money.
All right. Next question. You're about to buy a popular game. Guys, guess what? I don't know how to tell you this.
October 16th.
Pokemon Super Duper Mystery Dungeon has just come out. However, someone else has just taken the last copy. How do you feel? Whatever. Annoyed, I was here first, or I shed a few tears. I know my answer. I'm ballin'.
It's somewhere between those last two, for sure.
I'm probably just gonna end up playing the same video game anyway, so I'm okay.
I buy the game only to turn around and get something else instead.
True, this question is from a time when, we actually went to stores to buy games. Remember those times?
Those
I say
were
as
the
I'm
days.
planning to go to Target when it opens at 7 a.m. on Thursday.
Huh?
There's- check the date.
What's on Thursday? What's on Thursday?
I'm gonna let you figure this one out. You got it.
Google, tell me what's on Thursday.
What is Thursday? That's a better question to ask. The
It's
5th?
June 5th.
Is that the Switch too?
It is.
Oh, okay.
That's out now?
Yeah, launches on Thursday.
Oh my. Time is
I
either
still
flown
haven't
by.
gotten my Nintendo email, which means I'm just gonna rock up when the store opens on my way to work because Target is right on my way to work.
I submitted to potentially do a pre-order purchase thing, but
Like, for Nintendo, yeah.
for a Switch 2, I'm not gonna get one though, I don't think.
What, like an email or?
No, like a Switch 2.
Oh,
At least right now.
yeah, that's fair.
I set aside some money so I can hopefully get enough by the time a special edition comes out.
That's a decent move, to be fair.
I have just flat out I haven't even bothered thinking about it. I'll worry about that down the line.
Also,
I wasn't really fussed until I saw the MSRP on Mario Kart World and then the price of the bundle, and I was like, all right, you got me. Fair play.
I will say, typing into Google "What's on Thursday" does not get me what you would want, and if I read off what I found, I would probably dox myself.
That's elite. I love that.
Yep, it talks about the fair that's happening in Portugal on the oh no, I doxed Daisy. Oh no, we're in Portugal right now.
Why?
It sounds like the consensus for that question was whatever to annoyed, but now I'm really curious if I Google what's on Thursday.
Oh, I like this one.
What's on Thursday?
Daisy, now now I'm scrolling through these results, and it's a lot of the same thing, and now I understand why you would not read it out loud.
Now I'm curious.
On Thursday, I get to catch a break.
Maybe this is because I went on incognito mode, but the first thing that pops up in my in the overview is a bunch of TV shows.
Oh,
there it is.
no,
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
the AI overview is that, but we skipped that. That's not part of the search results.
I
That's
see,
dumb.
I see. Yeah, talking about how I'm living in Ottawa right now.
Yeah.
I mean, oh no, oh shucks. Well, right.
Autobottua.
On that note, next question. This I think this is for everybody, and I can't think of an instance where this applied in show, but I swear there is an instance. Do you think blaming something you did on someone else is sometimes necessary? Yes or no?
As a show? Yes.
Yeah. Wait, no, Adarud, read out the answers. Is it just yes or no, or is there any flavor text here?
It's of course, and then no way.
Of course.
Of course, yeah, no.
Of course.
No, I'm looking. I'm going randomly, but there is part of me that's like searching through low key just to find. Do you think hiding information is necessary? And I'm just being like, oh, I know.
Well,
I know the
Otteru, you
answer.
would have to cast. Wait, I was gonna say Otteru, you would have to cast a tying vote. Except no, you're the GM, PM, DM. Of course, you think hiding information.
Yeah, exactly.
See previous answer on blaming something for our dice roll.
Right. Next question. Do you want to be famous, guys? There is a correct answer to this.
Okay, define famous.
The question doesn't elaborate, so
It
are
does
you gonna give
not.
us
So famous
guardrails,
is-
or
Famous.
Famous. It is a person by person thing.
Personally, no.
yeah, no, I'm good.
As a show, I would like people to listen. Do I want to be what would be considered famous? I don't think so.
You know what I think would be cool? The ceiling. What I want to hit for the show, nothing more, nothing less, is someone comes up at some point when I'm at like a regional or like NAIC or something and is like, hey, I listened to the show. That's
That's a good.
That is the
Good.
bar. Anything beyond that, no.
That's a good.
Yeah, I think Anaru doesn't want to be famous. Durin would love to be famous. Durin's doing great. Also, there's no video on that thing, so I can just, get that. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to the Durin Region channel yet, you should totally do so. We're on the goal to 1 million subscribers. Are we close? Not at all. That's yeah. We are 0.1% of the way there. That's the math, right? 1,000 over 1 million.
Yeah, 1/1000th, which is 1/10%.
Yeah, we are 0.14-ish% of the way there. Let's go, guys.
0.14.
Yeah. To the right, 1,350. I think that's where I'm at right now. Something along those lines. Yeah.
Look at you go.
I also have not done anything beyond just like 2008 Let's Play videos for the past 6 months. So that kind of has a peak.
Literally the entirety of, what it is you've decided to do with the channel. so.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
still editing Let's Play videos from 2008?
Yeah.
Yes, I recorded them when the game came out and then just left them on a hard drive for 15, 20 years.
Oh my god, it's 2025.
Okay, so the show is a yes. Actually, that's last question. It'd be funny if I gave the old school version of are you a boy or a girl? Even though that doesn't matter. Is the show a boy or a girl?
The
Crikey.
show is a
Yes.
show.
It's a,
The show is Professor Oak.
The show is Professor Oak, yeah. The show isn't bothering to answer that question. The show is trying to ask you the question. And also does not care about the answer. And there's also a lot more options. Let's pick one last question, then we'll call it here.
In other words, Otterud has sufficiently stalled to the point where he has some notes for this recording session.
What? No, I don't know what you're talking about. This question for the show feels like it fits perfectly. 3 option choices here. Do you think it's important to be fashionably late? Yes? No? I don't know.
Okay. Does the show think it's important? No, and yet we do it anyways. Because we never plan to be fashionably late. We just always are.
Yeah.
I think it's important to have fashionably late night recordings.
I'm gonna classify this as I don't know because I feel like that fits perfectly. We're still not 100% sure if being fashionably late is helpful or not. All right, you seem to be. Let's find this out. How many questions did we actually answer here? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 is what you normally get on the actual quiz. I'm at 10, 11, 12. Okay, that's not too far off. So
Okay, we answered like 1.5 quizzes.
yeah, 1.5 quizzes. You seem to be the Jolly type, and as a result of that, the Jolly does fit the show. I'll show you the results afterwards. So back in the old school Explorers games, even in the newer ones, they just didn't explicitly say male or female. You choose are you a boy or girl, depending on that. Gives you different lists of starters. So some are exclusively male, exclusively female. Later on, they changed it to cool and cute. If they were to do it nowadays, they probably would have Not even sure how they would do it. They would have to separate it in some capacity because there are too
I
many
feel like they
starter
just
options.
wouldn't ask that question. They would just admit that.
They could, yeah. Or maybe they'll do the thing they do nowadays where it's like, which one of these images looks like you, and then have that
Yeah.
soft. You would need to separate because you have
No,
just
but like it
starters
doesn't
alone,
work
it'd be
because you're a
27.
Pokemon. You're not like a it's not like an avatar. It's like you're a Pokemon.
fair,
you know?
fair, yeah.
Which of these
Um,
Pokemon looks like you?
Which of these Pokemon looks like you? Oh, let me pick the one I want to be. Ah, that's not you.
So keep that in mind when I spit the results out here. The Jolly type in the Explorers games, I'm assuming this is going female, male then. Nevertheless, the options of the two Pokemon that we have are Eevee and Totodile.
Yes, those sum up the show perfectly.
Yeah.
You could not have picked two more perfect Pokemon to sum up the experience of listening to Not a Scratch than Eevee and Totodile.
Chomp.
In the Discord, I've sent you guys the final results there. You can see the point spread as well. So for those of you that may not know, the Explorers of Sky, each answer choice has a different number of points associated with each answer towards a specific personality trait. So you can see the breakdown there. Jolly won just barely over Sassy, which also kind of fits the show. I'm not gonna lie.
Yup.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Why are there only 16?
That's a good question. I do not know.
Like, I guess it has to do with there being like 32, or maybe like not quite 32, but like maybe 24 possible starters. But also, like, hold on, what natures are missing? Because these are all natures. Did they just omit all the neutral ones?
Probably.
No, because Hardy is there, Docile is there, and Quirky is there. They have 3 of the neutral ones. So how did they settle on these 16? Hold on, which 9 did they omit? They don't have Adamant on there, which... Okay.
Is it
They don't
is it the double up ones?
Huh?
No,
No,
that's the
no. The
neutral.
double up ones are the neutral ones. They have 3 out of the 5 of them. They don't have Adamant, which is plus attack minus special attack. They don't have Naughty, which is plus attack minus Spadef. They have Bold, they have Docile, they have Relaxed, they have Impish. They don't have Lax. So they don't have Adamant, Naughty, Lax. No, they have Hasty. Serious. Me looking to see if they had Jolly after the results we just got. They don't have Bashful. They don't have Mild. They don't have Modest. They don't have Gentle. And they don't have Careful. That's 9. Yeah. So Adamant.
I'm wondering if it's because some of them overlap over the others. Like Calm and Careful feel kind of similar.
Well, yeah. My guess is like they like grouped some of them together, and then also some of them are like, some of them are redundant, and then I guess some of them are like hard for a 5-year-old to understand.
Sure.
But also they have Docile on there, so like I don't know.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Yeah,
19 different starter
Docile
options
and
in this
Impish
game.
on there completely like negates the hard to understand argument.
Sure. There are 19 different ones. Here's the thing. I looked this up. Shout out to Cerebi for the natures here.
I'm on Wikipedia.
So I think there is one starter choice that fits perfectly because in these games, male Jolly is Totodile, but female Sassy is also Totodile.
Oh, well then yeah.
So there you go.
This show is Totodile.
Fun fact for
We have our Eevee moments, but the show is Totodile.
pretty much. Yep. For the final thing as well, Sassy male is Riolu.
So we have Eevee and Riolu moments, but really we're Totodile.
Basically, yep. I'm curious as well. Hasty's at a 4
That's-
point. That's where I'll stop it here. What's Hasty?
That's
Hasty
funny.
female is Pikachu, and Hasty male is Shinx.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, I think it's those right there. So we are a Totodile show influenced by some Eeviness and Riolu-ness.
I mean, that would make sense with what Selena and Lucille.
That is very funny.
Yeah.
That's the other half. That's the other show's party.
Oh, that's
Well, I
funny.
would,
From
I
today
was,
on,
I
we'll be
was gonna
playing
say,
the-
when we're actually doing the show and like actually doing the story, it's all very Eevee or very Riolu. But realistically, we're not doing the actual show. We're just totodialing around.
Yep.
Right? Because like Eevee is like your nice wholesome moment. Riolu's your very, fight for justice and the saving the world thing. But really, we're just totodialing around the whole time.
But really, it's a bunch of shopping episodes. And isn't that a Totodile thing to do?
It's a bunch of Barry episodes.
It's a bunch
Yeah,
of Barry episodes. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like whatever the equivalent of the quote-unquote shopping episodes are. The shopping ones, the Barry ones, the I'm walking down a path here,
I'm walking over here.
I'm walking you. Yeah. Well, thanks everyone. This has been a week of uploads. I'm very excited about this, and the fact that we have provided some content to alleviate the things. The downside with this is, as a result of this, our backlog is basically gone. So we should probably get to the actual episode that we're supposed to record.
Pish
sure.
posh.
Thanks everyone for listening, watching, and supporting in any way, shape, or form that you do. I have been your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anaru himself.
I've been Mohammed playing Totodile.
I've been Daisy playing Totodile.
And until next time, I used to be able to do the Totodile voice. I don't know if I can anymore. Because it's like...
There it is.